Hello, welcome back to the 3-hour news show on See Today. Why are you just so?
I don't know. I'm just excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
So, in case you haven't heard, that this is our second segment, See the Stories, and usually in this segment we would be like, loosen up a bit.
Yeah, especially it's the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, we should have been loosening up, but now that
You're not loosening up. I'm wondering why. What is it that we're doing today that you're a little tensed up? Because it is the weekend, Hans.
Yes.
It's usually you love the weekend. You love See the Stories on weekends because we get to explore creative, things.
Yes.
Why is that?
We're gonna draw.
Oh.
I can do anything, but just don't ask me to draw or paint. I get even more stressed. But okay, let me ask my friend Yasha here. Have you ever painted on a canvas?
I think I have. I can't remember when, but I think it was in college.
In college?
Yeah.
Okay, so to answer to that question as well, I did paint on a canvas. With 2 bottles of wine. So my only excitement. No, my only excitement was because of the wine, not the paintings. So ask me if it was finished.
Was it finished?
No.
Okay.
And yeah, hence painting is not my forte.
Well, it's not mine either. But I think we're always up to everything, anything and everything.
Okay.
On See the Stories.
To answer to that challenge, to know more about other paintings, joining us in the studio are Indonesian Society of Botanical Artists Chairwoman Deinitisa Amawari and Head of Design and Webmaster Hervina Dia Aprilia, who will share their knowledge and experience in botanical arts. Day and Fina, thank you so much for being here.
It's such a pleasure. Our pleasure.
Really a pleasure to listening to us complaining about how we are not able to draw.
I'm sorry, us?
Okay, me. All right, before we got into deeper into our discussion, botanical art. It's such an unfamiliar topic, or such an unfamiliar words for me personally to actually hear.
For me either.
For you too.
But it looks nice, right?
Exactly.
Even like right now,
look at those.
The studio is filled with what
flowers.
we see is now botanical arts. Now I get it.
Now, how does it differ from other forms of art?
Well, botanical art is very precise, and its focus is to depict plants so that we can identify them. That's the difference between botanical art and perhaps floral paintings or landscaping art. Sometimes when you hear the term botanical art, you think of flowers and plants or leaves, but in botanical art, we focus on the precision so we can identify it as a particular plant.
You know what? I think this has something to do with the history and origins of botanical art. Do you remember the times when you cannot capture everything on, in a photograph, right?
Yeah, camera.
And people have been doing all these, studies.
Oh, true.
Of botanical things.
Yeah.
And animals, right?
Yeah.
Could you please tell us
If that was actually the origin of it?
If that's the case?
Yes, actually, botanical art has been for a long time. As soon as people turn to write, they write in pictogram. The picture. In Egypt, they start with carving or the picture of plants, and then we know the oldest of botanical art and is from the Greece era. That's why at first the book was created. It's called Herbal. Maybe that's why now we know it's herbal medicines, because the book of herbals is used to refer to botanists or herbalists for medicine.
I see.
And as we grow more modern in the industrial era, they start to have printing press, and that's explode the needs of botanical illustration more. Yeah.
So just please do enlighten me. If these are paintings, because it looks printed.
Yes, so these are the earliest botanical illustration We take it from the book Flora of Java. This is the books actually. Yes.
Okay.
So
when was that made? Who made that? Who drew that?
So the illustration, there's like three people, Mr. Muhammad Toha, and actually all of the illustrator is here.
Yes, they actually went into the
Netherlands.
mountains and they really took lots of sketches and paintings and they recorded all of the plants that was in our
Specifically
mountains.
in the mountain
Wow.
of Java.
West Java.
Yes.
And they compiled all their sketches and paintings and then they compiled them into this book. And as you can see, it provides a lot of information and they put it together very nicely of
True.
many different plants.
That is true. And if you look into it, when it comes to botanical art, and as you describe it, it meant to be like the source of knowledge and the source of learnings of botanical in that sense. And that means you have to also be able to capture all the distinctive features of the plants or the flowers and stuff. How is this why the botanical art contributing so much to the study of botanical and also plants?
Well, yes, because mostly those biologists or people who actually learn to identify plants, one of the reason they also need to learn how to draw the plants. Because in order for you to understand the shape and understand something, drawing is actually the most versatile and way to gain knowledge or a transfer of knowledge to actually know what is it. When you're able to draw something, you're able to understand it. Same like our founder,
Miss Jenny Kartawinata.
Jenny Kartawinata and Unika
And Miss
Nugroho.
Uniko Nugroho.
Miss Jenny Kartawinata actually the one who translate this book, who's actually in Dutch language.
Dutch language.
So that's originally
Yes.
in Dutch, but with Indonesian artists.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now she translated in Indonesian.
Wow.
Sometimes we understand better when we paint, we show the plants in the form of pictures. It is sometimes difficult to understand a plant just from a written description.
Right.
Yeah, so having these beautiful pictures instantly makes it so easy to recognize the plants and gives a lot of information at once.
So this is actually it's actually a science book, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a science book, but
Yes.
it has to have the artists. It has to have artists to actually depict
Yes.
all the elements,
Yeah.
including colors and everything, and how beautiful they are. I mean, they paint these based on these are more realistic
Yeah.
approach, right?
Yes, and it's almost like it's a botanical illustration because they really try to depict the plants in a complete way to give a complete information about each plant.
I see.
Wow.
But-
I'm so amazed.
Yeah, but are there any other different styles or approach, as Yasha was saying, to botanical art?
As in style, I think based on the mediums.
Okay.
Because there's even one who depicts the flower with pen as the medium.
With pen?
Ballpoint pen. Yes.
Yes, in black and white, in pencil, you can do like hatching, cross hatching, or
Dots for stippling.
Yes, stippling, and also watercolor and pencils.
Classical botanical illustration usually in watercolors, but nowadays we have more various kind of
Right,
mediums.
because usually with watercolors you cannot achieve the more vibrant colors, yeah.
Yes.
So you kind of have to use different type of coloring
Yeah, true. Like pencils.
paints. Yeah. So what roles do observation and accuracy play in botanical art?
Very important.
So it has to be
Yeah.
all about accuracy.
All about
Because it's going to be used as a source of learning, isn't it?
Yes, yes, because we need to be able to identify the plant and differentiate it from other plants, and it gives it is like a source of knowledge.
So it has to be based on fact.
It has to be basic. Yeah.
Okay, so if we look into some of the examples here, you can see that there are compositions. Let's talk about technical thing. We see compositions, and also we see the arrangement. From this one displayed right here, you can see different kinds of leaves, different kinds of how do you say it? Are there fruits?
Yes.
Okay, different kinds of fruits, and also we saw some flowers, flower buds and stuff. Can you explain the importance of this kind of composition or arrangement in botanical illustrations?
As we see, this is one of the illustrations from the Flora of Java. In this illustration, they want to depict the same family of flowers or berries, wild berries, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot the later name. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
So they have to be compositing together, but not disrupt each other.
Okay.
So you understand they put like numbers in the book also.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They can differentiate. So this is like usually the male part. This is the female part because there are male and female type of flowers in the same plants. And yeah, and they have to depict all the flowers where how the leaves different from the male and female sometimes, or how the fruits or the flowers.
Also, that being said, sometimes or many times the compositions like this being used to put the family or the species together.
Yes.
So
It has comparison to one another.
Okay.
okay, so to also explain the relations between one species to another.
Okay. You know what? Speaking of composition and I guess arrangement of the illustrations, I noticed that on the illustration on the left side, everything is either from the side angle or from the top. So it actually because this type of art, because it's science-based, do you actually have to it's not about having the interesting angles, but it's about the accuracy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you kind of have to put a whole object as the whole plane
Yes.
and show every single detail on that from that side.
Like, for example, it shows the texture of the skin and the color of the skin.
Yeah.
And beside it, they also show the inside of the cocoa
Oh,
plant.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's trying to depict the whole plant as completely as possible in an interesting way, and they try to put the elements, they compose the elements and they put them together in this media so people can still enjoy it.
I really enjoy it so much to the point that I thought these are all only decorative.
Yeah.
I want to buy them for my room though.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? I'm glad that since the beginning of the show, we know that we're gonna see this.
Yeah.
But we didn't look it up.
We didn't look it up.
We wanted to be surprised. We are surprised. We are surprised and totally intimidated
Yes.
because we are gonna be doing this.
Okay, let's see how it will turn out on the next segment, because we need to go on a break where Deinitisa and also Fina, or Day and Fina, will show us how to do botanical art painting in the next segment. Do not go anywhere.
I'm so intimidated.